Hey guys, today's video is going to be an updated skincare favorites video. I haven't done one of these since, I'm getting like a 2016 vibe. It might have been 2017, but I think I'm giving myself too much credit. I've tried a lot of products since then, so I hope you guys like this. I'm going to cover everything from makeup removal to masks and treatments. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so for makeup removal, my biggest thing is I need something that will get rid of my eye makeup when I wear it full on, and I wear waterproof mascara because otherwise the curl doesn't hold for me. So that's the biggest issue as far as getting something off of my face. And the one thing that always works for me are the Neutrogena towelettes. I've gone through, I can't even say how many of these. The amount of wipes that I have used is probably unbelievable, but I love these. These are the only ones that remove the majority of my makeup and they don't burn my eyes or irritate my skin at all. So I love these. These are just the original ones. The other product is from Garnier. This is the Micellar cleansing water. This is the blue one. I know there's at least 3 different types at this point. Obviously, I love this. This is like my 3rd bottle of it, and this will get off any last stitches of waterproof mascara. Like the mascara that gets like caught at the base of the lash, this will get it because I don't want to continuously rub at it with the wipe. So this will get the rest of it, and then my face is totally makeup free. One thing that hasn't changed since the last one is this Aveeno Positively Radiant Brightening Cleanser. This is what I use with my Clarisonic in the shower to cleanse my face. I still don't wash my face with a cleanser when I wake up in the morning. I just splash my face with water. I just don't feel the need to, and it never has affected my skin. And I just don't want to introduce like another cleansing product because my skin doesn't really need it. Dermatologists may disagree, but currently I'm doing fine. But 26 years in, you know, we're doing good. So post shower or morning rinse, this is what I use right after that. This is the Pixi Glow Tonic. This happens to be the giant size that Pixi sent me. It has my name on it, which is really cool. But this is what I use so morning and night before I do like my moisturizer and stuff. So this has replaced what used to be my favorite, which was the Neutrogena alcohol-free toner. I still love that. Like if this at some point I'm not happy with, I don't know why I wouldn't be, but that is like a staple. If you have super sensitive skin, I highly recommend that as a very gentle toner. So this is the jumbo size, but I wanted to show you, this is how I first started it. It's a little sample size, I guess, travel size, and I used this one for 2 weeks and I'm about halfway through, so that kind of gives you some sort of gauge for how much you use, I guess. I thought I would mention that. But I love this. It has 5% glycolic acid, so it's gently exfoliating, and it really does seem to bring out that glow. It seems to really smooth my skin. And I really do love it. It's just the smell. I described it in my 2018 favorites. It just smells like old grandma.
I love my grandmas. They're amazing. One of them's 101, just saying.
But if you can get past the smell, this stuff is fantastic. Okay, my next step would be any kind of spot treatment. If I have a blemish, this is when I would go in with my Body Shop tea tree oil. This is just straight up tea tree oil. I take a Q-tip and just dab it on spots. I happen to have like a little one right here. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what I use today. Just a little dab of it on there. I hold it on for a few seconds and then that's it. Or I will use my Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. So this can be used, I talked about this also in my favorites, as a spot treatment or as an all-over serum. This one happens to be empty. I've already bought a second one of it. So I will use it, especially on my chin. I was having some real issues starting, I think it was in the summer, and then for like a couple months it was really weird. But if you have any sort of texture issues, this I highly recommend. The glycolic acid in here definitely works on that for me, and then I do use it as a spot treatment when the spot is like a big mountain, you know, it's reaching like volcanic, you know, situations, heights, parameters. Okay, I know, I'm stopping. Okay, so I'm not a big serum person. Like I try to keep my products at a minimum, which you may not think so as you will watch this video, but as far as like my routine, I don't want to just constantly add more stuff to it. But I have noticed as I've gotten older, I am 26, everyone thinks I'm like 15, but I'm 26, and so I have noticed fine lines starting to happen, especially so. As I was saying, did I say that correctly? I don't know. The playback in my mind is like not always accurate. as I was saying, so my fine lines, especially my smile lines, I've noticed makeup starts to sink in a lot more than it ever has. And then I do have like some fine lines here because I've told you guys so many times, I'm like blind, so when I don't have my glasses, I squint a lot. And so I have a line like right here now, and then I've noticed on my forehead, just like at the very beginnings of like little forehead lines. So it's not a big deal. I'm not totally freaking out about it, but like maybe a smidge. So I've been using this day and night, and so I just put a little bit here, and then just on my forehead. Not a ton, but just a little bit, and it seems to just plump everything up. It's really nice. I like this stuff. Okay, so next looks... Oh my god! Maybe I need to hydrate. Hydrate coffee. Coffee's actually not hydrating, so that's all wrong. Story of my life. Okay, so next let's talk about moisturizers. If it's at night, this is the first thing I'll go in with. This is the Body Shop Tea Tree Night Lotion. Another product, what's happening with my voice? Another product I talked about in my 2018 favorites. I love the Tea Tree line. I think they've done such a great job with this, and everything I've tried from it I've been really happy with. So this is the night lotion. It's supposed to, okay, I'll just read. With purifying tea tree oil from the foothills of Mount Kenya. Okay, that was not as informative as I thought it was going to be. So basically what this does is it kind of helps not only to fade any kind of like acne scars or hyperpigmentation and stuff like that, but it does seem to help prevent new blemishes from popping up. I assume that's just more tea tree oil going into my face. But I really do like this. I only use it pretty much in spots where I feel like things will happen. So again, my chin is a big issue. I'll use it kind of around my nose and then up this way. I don't really put it this way like on the rest of my face, like my cheeks, because I barely ever get any kind of like breakout there. So for the rest of my face, I'll use this from IT Cosmetics. This is their Secret Sauce Clinically Advanced Miraculous Anti-Aging Moisturizer. I'm not freaking out about aging or lines, but I am using an anti-aging moisturizer, you know, just to be safe. I've told you guys about the Confidence in a Cream, which I really do enjoy. I went through a whole tub of that. In fact, I'm kind of wanting to know if you guys want me to do an empties video for 2018, because I have a whole bag of empties that it's literally a bag of trash just hanging out there, but let me know in the comments. But this seems to be very similar to that, but lighter weight. The Confidence in a Cream is quite heavy and thick, and so it's really nice on the skin. But if you have oily skin, I feel like that might not be your favorite. But this one definitely feels lighter weight than the Confidence in the Cream one does. I don't want to call it a gel, because it's definitely not. If you're hoping to try the Confidence in a Cream and it sounds too heavy, you might want to try this one, because I really do love this. Super moisturizing throughout the day. Lastly for moisturizers is the Tea Tree Mattifying Lotion. Again, another 2018 favorite. This is what I use during the day in the T-zone only. So I feel like this really does make a difference as far as keeping my T-zone matte, at least keeping the oils the most at bay. I'm not a huge makeup primer fan. I just have never found one that I super love or feel is worth going through the extra step. So I feel like this does what I would want a primer to do, if that makes sense. And you don't need a lot, and it does the job. So I really do love this as well. Okay, next are eye creams. One I use at night and one during the day. This, I just realized, looks pretty gnarly, but this is from Yes To, and this is their Yes To Coconut Hydrate and Restore Ultra Hydrating Overnight Eye Balm. That's a lot of words. And I kind of use this probably too generously, but I basically put it around like my entire eye area. Like, think of like panda circles, you know? It's pretty much that whole region. I'm not paranoid about getting fine lines or anything. I swear I'm not, but I'm thinking subconsciously maybe I am. But I love this stuff. It is super hydrating, and it feels really nice. It's actually kind of a thinner consistency, even though it's called a balm, but it feels good, and I feel like it really does the job. So I love this stuff. This is what I use at night. And this is my daytime eye cream, I guess. I'm not really particular about eye creams. I'll go through several periods of not using an eye cream at all because I'm lazy. but especially during the winter when it's colder. And now I just feel like as I'm getting older, I do need to just be more consistent overall. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Eye Cream. It says smooths, brightens, and depuffs. And this is like a really large container for eye cream. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of it. This is what I use every day, because I do notice if I don't use an eye cream during the day, if I happen to use especially like Tarte Shape Tape or a concealer that's a little bit on the drier side, my under eyes do get that dry, somewhat crepey vibe, and I'm not into that. So I use this every morning and it does the job. And last but not least, I have my masks and exfoliating treatments that I want to talk about. So the first one is from Dr. Brandt. This is the Microdermabrasion Age-Defying Exfoliator, and it says it renews skin radiance, polishes and smooths, helps diminish the look of fine lines. And I love this. I don't use it very often, maybe once or twice a month, because I'm not super huge on this. No, that's false. That's false. I take it back. I'm just not super huge on doing like extra stuff as outside of my regular routine, but whenever I use this, I'm like, why don't I use this more? Because it is the most amazing like micro exfoliant ever. It has super fine granules, so you wouldn't even think that it's doing a ton, but when you rub it onto your face, just you need the littlest bit too, and then you rinse it off and it's like new skin. Like, how did this happen? This is like a miracle product. It's super expensive, so there's that, but I love this. It's so... What just happened? Okay, I love this. Did you guys hear that? Was that like a bad? Oh my god, or was that like a good? I don't... okay, got weird neighbors. I'll wrap up with these GlamGlow masks. Now this is the Youth Mud Tinglexfoliate treatment. So this is what I use alternating with the Microdermabrasion, and this, however, is more of a mask. So you do put this on and you leave it on, as opposed to the Microdermabrasion, you're supposed to like rub it into your face for I think it's like a minute and a half or something, and then you just rinse it off. This one you do leave on, and then when you rinse it off, you kind of rub in circles and that exfoliates as well. So it's a little bit different of a process, but the results seemingly are about the same. Both of these give my skin such a smooth, baby soft feel. I can't get enough, and I don't know why I don't use these more. Well, I do know, I'm lazy, but these are great. I highly recommend them. Lastly is the GlamGlow Super Mud Clearing Treatment. So this you can use as like a spot treatment, or you can use it as an all-over mask as well. I've only used it as a mask once, and I felt like it was a bit much for me, so I typically use this as a spot treatment. So I'll just take like a Q-tip, dip it in and get a little bit and just place it on whatever spot happens to be. Either I'll leave it on, let it dry, and then rinse it off, or I'll leave it on overnight. I've done both, but this stuff smells like black licorice and I cannot. Oh, it's so strong. If you can get past the smell, I really do like this. Also, if my skin happens to be really oily or it's just feeling like funky and it needs some kind of just like detox, I will use this in the T-zone and just generally in the center of my face. I don't really take it outwards that much because my cheek area never seems to be a huge problem area for me, so I kind of try to leave that alone for the most part. But my T-zone and whatnot, I will easily put this in, and I think I like that. So I do like it there. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you happen to have any product recommendations based on what I talked about today, feel free to leave them in the comments. I would love to hear them. If you happen to try any of these products, I would love to hear that as well. But I think that is it. Thank you guys. I already thanked you, but I'll thank you again. I will always thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!